stumbles upon the WhatsApp Business API.
With a spark of curiosity, decides to incorporate
It into her business. What follows is nothing short of a digital revolution. Rita's cafe starts to evolve. Gone are the days of waiting for customers to randomly walk in. Instead, she takes the initiative, reaching out to them directly through WhatsApp. She shares updates about the special brew of the day or an upcoming live jazz evening, making each customer feel personally invited to her cafe. The beauty of these messages is that they're opened almost instantly. They land directly into the customer's WhatsApp chats, a space they visit frequently throughout the day. Rita's messages aren't just read, they're interacted with, fostering a sense of personal connection. Each message feels like a heartwarming invitation from Rita herself. Then, Rita starts to explore the potential of rich media. A sneak peek video of a freshly brewed espresso, a tempting image of the latest dessert offering. Her messages transform from mere text into immersive experiences. Customers start visiting not just out of habit, but in anticipation of the tantalizing treats they've seen on their screens. As her cafe buzzes with increased activity, Rita introduces automated greetings and FAQs to her WhatsApp communication. New customers are instantly welcomed and guided, while regulars place orders with a simple text. A chatbot takes over routine inquiries, allowing Rita to focus her attention on her cafe and her customers. Word about Rita's cafe spreads far and wide. Thanks to WhatsApp's global reach, tourists planning to visit the city can interact with Rita in their language, making them feel welcomed even before they arrive. Rita's cafe swiftly transforms from a casual stop to a must-visit destination. Yet Rita's story is not an isolated one. Businesses across the globe are leveraging the power of the WhatsApp Business API, turning casual conversations into meaningful connections and routine interactions into profitable transactions. As we delve further into the digital era, consider your business's potential transformation. How will the WhatsApp Business API help you leave your unique imprint in this ever-evolving marketplace? The opportunities, just like Rita's cafe, are brewing.
Yes, team. So, with said that, let's begin today's session. So, what are we covering in today's session is one, we'll be understanding the complete WhatsApp ecosystem for customer engagement. There's a new policy update from Meta, which is basically frequency capping, which we'll delve into the details of what is frequency capping and what are the strategies that we can adopt together for, adopting to this change. Then we'll also understand Meta's new policy, which is about template read rate, followed by ORAI services. And we would be also opening up this entire session for question answers. In case if you're comfortable, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask the queries, or you can also paste your question and answers in the comment sections of the chat window. Allow me as well to introduce my entire team here. You have all the customer success account managers on this call today. Followed by, we'll be having this entire session led by Vidya. Vidya is a customer success head at ORAI Robotics, and she's been helping the big brands to understand the entire frequency capping and template read rate. With this, Vidya, over to you.
Have you ever wondered?
Thank you so much for that, Bhakti. So to begin with, I will just take you through the user journey. Now, the only reason we're putting the slide here, this is something that is familiar to all of you. However, we're just putting the slide here to actually build the pretext for the next frequency capping update that has come from Meta. So Meta's entire conversation or this entire hype of why this frequency capping is to highlight the fact that WhatsApp is no more going to be just about you sending a message to the customer. There has to be a two-way conversation. So this is going to be our underline for this entire session. And just to bring that about, I would just take you through the various stages for a customer journey. Now, just before we have, maybe the purchases or anything else happens, the discovery. So where businesses are getting discovered, where you have event notifications being sent, okay, you are going to have an event, you're going to have a discount coupon, you're going to bring your customer to actually know there is this business that we can interact with, or this is my business. So the entire discovery journey. Then once the customer discovers your business, where they make a consideration. Okay, is this something that I'm looking for? Is this on my wish list? Is this something that I think I want? So they making a consideration to actually purchase you or to even subscribe to your services. So a consideration being made by the customer to interact with you. From there, they actually move to the actual purchase. Now, this purchase may not just be an item, like it's not be materialistic. It can be they sign up for a service, they join your loyalty club, or they just come and create a profile on your website. So, an actual purchase being made. From there, we move again to the post purchase. Now, post purchase, there's a lot of activities that can happen where your order is tracked. You change the order, you cancel the order, you actually arrange a return, you follow up, you have a lot of queries regarding the purchase or your post purchase. So, anything at all after that also is dealt on WhatsApp. Next, once the purchase is made, you have posted, the customer receives the product or the service. We then again can re-engage these customers back. So now the cycle starts to turn around where we start getting the customer back to the business. That, you have things like offers. Now you've made a purchase. Why don't you have this offer for your next purchase? Or you have a discount coupon being sent. You have loyalty points being added, or maybe there's something like, okay, I would like, there's a discount sale being run. So things to actually re-engage and bring back your customers to the same business. Again, once we also re-engage with them, we can even create an awareness. Now, you have the customers purchased one product. Why not get him to consider the other products that are available? So you create an awareness through product catalogs, or you actually, there's an update in your style, there is a different kind of products being available, some price drops, there even recommendations from you. These are things that we often get on our WhatsApp alerts, but we have to actually, now we start to expand our horizon to even build an awareness of our products. So this complete user journey that we have portrayed before you here, at each and every stage, WhatsApp can be a powerful tool for you. Now, WhatsApp, when just as we say, it can be a powerful tool for you. Now, Meta actually tells us that please do not use us just as a tool to target your customers, or, just quantitatively throw messages at them. You have to drive in a two-way conversation. WhatsApp initially was a two-way communication between just two users. It slowly got into the business mode. It again now gets into the WhatsApp API business mode also, where now this will have to be driven as a two-way conversation.
Very
So we
rightly said, Vidya. And I think it's a high time for us to understand that now WhatsApp should be considered as a digital marketing social media platform than just an enablement of the brand awareness. So WhatsApp, as on day to day, we can obviously say that yes, it has become a day-to-day tool to communicate with the end customer, and that to a direct contact.
truly said. So what exactly do we have before us? Now, before, if you've been just sending text messages to your customers, we have to rethink that as well. So that's where we move to the next slide, where we show you what we have before us. Right. So frequency capping. So let me just, go ahead and explain to you what exactly frequency capping is. So from now onwards, now it has started, it was actually rolled out in February, but yes, the effects have been very visible in March, and now it is very, very evident. We have a lot of customers coming back and telling us, I have sent out 1,000 messages, but I can see that around 300, 400 messages have got failed, and there is a common error message coming out. So this is where we have to explain frequency capping to you. So frequency capping is, Meta is going to actually limit the number of marketing templates that any user can receive from any business. So this is where a lot of any words are here. So any business, now it does not mean just because your business is marked out, the other person cannot send a message. So it can be any business to a user. So a user might be receiving 10 different marketing messages from 10 different companies. So he might be blocked out from 2 or 3 or even all of them. So this is a way in which Meta is going to curb the marketing messages to be sent out to your WhatsApp users. So where do we adapt to this? Now this is going to be very dynamic. That's exactly another key pointer that we would like to highlight, or Meta has actually brought to our attention, that this is going to change over time. These limits are going to change over time. Which businesses are sending out, which businesses are being blocked out, are going to change over time. And this is going to be very dynamic in nature. So nobody can actually predict at a particular point of time when a message is going out that yes, this message is going to be 100% sent out. So will my message rate, if all my customers are on WhatsApp, will my message be rate be 100%? The simple answer is no, it will not be 100%. It depends on this frequency capping policy. So this change that has been brought about is going to be calling for a very fundamental shift. Just like how you have in email marketing where all your messages are going to go out if your the email address is valid. Here, all messages might not go out even though the WhatsApp number is valid number. So we'll have to actually shift our focus on how WhatsApp is going to be used as a marketing strategy. What are the implications that are going to be come about because of this frequency capping? Now we'll have to actually, as I was saying in the before slide, we have to actually go ahead and initiate a two-way conversation. The minute you have a user who is not into actually reading the messages or is just not interacting with you, the message is going to slowly start failing. So the error message that you might have seen, a lot of customers would have been noticing this of late, is the simple error message saying that receiver is incapable of receiving this message. It comes with various codes. It will be a 131026 or a 1046 error message. So the minute you start getting this kind of an error message back, this is the time that you will have to rethink your strategy as to how will you get this customer back, or how can I communicate back to this customer. So these are the very, this is just an overview of what frequency capping is. However, we'll understand it further. Now, again, going back to the same video that you saw, gone are the days where you're just going to send a message to the customer saying that this is what we offer. So we have a lot of templates. Some are old, but yes, there are different kind of template messages that are being offered now by WhatsApp. So the first one you can see, just as you can see on your screen, it's a multi-product message template where you're actually going to showcase your products. You can have around 10 products being shown to the customer that this is what we have to offer. Would you like to buy now, or would you like to know more about it? You have a multimedia message base where you can actually send a video, you can send images, or you can send PDFs along with your text message so that there is a lot of visibility. Now, purchase happens first with your eyes. So definitely this message is also the marketing techniques also that we go out with has to happen through our eyes. The third one you have is an interactive message. This is again a very, very powerful way. Even though you might not find your multimedia messages here, you have the interactions coming out. Does the customer want to actually apply for something? Do they want to know about it? Do they want to see a demo about it? So you can leave your interactive messages here. The minute you get an interaction from the customer, it makes you actually be able to send more messages to them. You even have coupon codes like the ones that we receive from Amazon, etc., where you can copy a coupon code and then start shopping with that coupon code and you can purchase more. You also have catalog templates, which is a bit different from your multimedia, the other multi marketing template, where you can have the entire catalog of products that you have available also being shown to the customer through just a simple text, through just a simple marketing template. Now, the beauty of this whole thing is you're not being charged anything extra. It is at your same price that this also comes to you. All these messages comes to you at the same price, that you were sending marketing messages before, but it is an enhanced version of messages. Moving over now from here, how are we going to adapt to this particular change? Now, we at ORAI have put our thoughts together as to what exactly we could do, or what are some strategies that we could adapt to get, move past this frequency capping, or at least to tackle the current scenario. How can we do it? Now, a lot of work will have to come from the marketing teams of the companies to actually adapt to this change. We've broadly put it into 4 categories where we leverage data analytics, we prioritize the quality of the engagement, we also strategically segment our audience, and a powerful tool that we have is the click to WhatsApp ads. So I'll be just taking you through these 4. Firstly, coming to leveraging the data analytics. Now, here is what happened. You do not shoot in the dark anymore. It's not that you send out just 1,000 messages and say, okay, fine, my 900 messages have got delivered, I'm done. There does not stop that. It does not put a stop to our business here. We have to focus on what actions happens post that message. What happens after the user has got the message? Does he actually make a purchase? Does he click on the links that we are putting across to them through that message? Do they engage with those messages? What is the analytics as to what are, if you have put a click to action there, do they actually come back there? So our marketing strategies will now have to be based on these insights that we get from the conversion signals. So all the performance metrics now has to move from quantity to the quality. So your click rates, your return on investments, the ROIs that you're getting, your conversion rates, all that will now be very, very, apt in this particular scenario when frequency capping is going to be put over by Meta. So it's going to be more of data driven now, where you have to focus on the quality of your outcomes. So, you'll have to start aligning or personalizing your content. Now, if I get a message just shooting in the dark, I might not really read that message. The minute I start getting a personalized message that says, hey Vidya, we see something in your cart. So I will think back and say, okay, is this something that I have done? So that personal connect will have to come to you through these messages. You also go ahead and personalize and target the audience. So you'll have to slowly start looking at where are your audiences, purchasing from. Which are the messages that are actually working for you? Which type of messages, is like, for example, if it is just a hospital industry where you're sending uh, maybe a lab report or something like that, that PDF templates are what is going to be working for you, because the customer is going to be only reading that. You do not want them to actually look at some fancy videos or things like that. So what kind of messages will work for a certain business, that we will have to study more. So that is where, instead of just looking at what is the data that's going to be sent out, we'll have to look at the analytics of what happens once the message is sent out. And that is what we mean by leveraging the data analytics. Moving over, the next one is, as I was saying, we'll have to go ahead and prioritize the quality of the engagement. Quantity will not be a concern here. Let me firstly put that point across, that once your message fails because of this frequency capping, that is, you've received a 131026 error message failed, the customer has not received the message, Meta is not going to charge you. So, your the number of messages that have failed is not going to be charged anymore. So you rest assured that you're not charged on those messages. But again, that quality of the messages, so that you really want to bring that to the customer, so that is where you'll have to prioritize. So you have to understand your audience preferences. So who are you sending out the data to? You'll have to tailor out the messages based on the audience preference itself. So you're looking to actually sell kurtis, you're not going to target your male audience. So what are you selling, to whom? That is going to be very, very crucial here. You'll have to personalize it. You'll have to find a relevance there. today I receive something, I receive a message about something that I'm totally not interested in. I'm not going to read that message, nor am I going to read any further messages from that particular business. So, am I sending the right message to the right person? Am I tailorizing my content to match their interests and their preferences? So a lot of work will have to be done through our through the marketing agencies to actually get through to what message is going to work, what message is not going to work. And once that message is through, we'll have to aim on creating a conversation. So this is where the entire thing is going to be, where you'll have to have a two-way conversation from that customer. Just like how you see all your YouTube videos or your Insta ads where they say like, subscribe, comment below. That comment below, why do they say this engagement, or why do they say all these like, subscribe, and comment below, is not just to get that money in. That comment or what brings your a response back should actually trigger that two-way conversation. Now, two-way conversation, again, we at ORAI are here to even, where you have your two-way conversation. Now, the customer just responds with a click. What happens after that click? We are here to actually help you through with that also. So, where you can actually build meaningful conversations through the chatbot too. Now, testing and optimization, as I was saying, the read rates are going to be very, very crucial from now on. Not just being sent or delivered to the user, but does the user actually open it and read that particular message? This is also going to be very, very crucial from this month onwards. As I speak, that is on April 1st. This has also come into picture. I would take that in a slide further, but just to give you a heads up that read rates are also, or your response rates are also going to be highlighted more and more. So we'll have to utilize these insights to actually optimize what is the strategy that we're going to do to actually get to the customer. So this is where your quality is going to be emphasized on. So we've looked at analytics. We've looked at also the quality of the messages. Now moving over where we have to segment. Now this is again taking that further. So, what is our audience segmentation? We have to know the demographics. We have to know what is the behavior of our audience. What has been their previous purchases? What has been their previous, engagement levels? Where have they clicked on more? What are the types of searches that they have done more? Are we looking at those correct messages to those correct audiences? That is going to be very, very crucial because that is where you will get better open rates. The minute you lose your audience, the minute you lose that audience segmentation, then your read rates are going to be dropped, your click rates are going to drop, and that would again further make you fall into the frequency capping criteria, where that particular user is no more going to get the message from your business anymore. So you will have to actually get that relevance as to who you are sending that messages to. So you cannot have generic messages anymore. Like, okay, I understand there's a lot of festive messages going also, but the festive messages also, we'll have to slowly start targeting the festive messages as to what are we going to show for that particular festival? What are we going to show to that particular audience? So is it going to be, is it going to be a particular discount that is being run for that festival? Or is there a new product that is being released? Is there an event being held? So, and again, that event being held, is it actually relevant to the person that I am sending it out to? Has he made some purchase with me earlier that he might be interested in the event that is coming further? So all these have to be questions that will have to pop up in your mind before you form that contact list. Before you hit that import contact list and get your customers to your that contact list, you will have to think out that is this contact list relevant? Is this message relevant to that contact list? Now, so that you'll have to actually tailor your messages with the audience segments. Now, again, this will not be something that we can achieve just in a day. This will require a lot of continuous refinement. You will have to keep monitoring the segments that you're sending it out to. Are you basing your segments based on, the income? Are you basing it on the gender? Are you basing it on the location? So is one particular location, are your read rates being less? Or is it that you have to send out a message in a particular language? Now, if you want to send out to some rural parts of India, we have Meta has all the options available. You have all your Indian languages available. We at ORAI are also proficient enough where we can help you build those messages as well. So should I be targeting that particular audience in the local language to reach them more? So has to be a continuous refinement where you'll have to rethink as to whether that message is being read or not. So again, that's what I was speaking about, continuous refinement. This is going to be very, very powerful coming forth. Why is it powerful and why is it very crucial? Because of this frequency capping. Frequency capping, when we say that, it means that there is no answer from the user. You are sending out messages to the user. The user has not responded back to you over maybe a couple of months, or there has been no responses. This customer has not come back to the business, made any kind of interactions there. This customer might slowly be lost into the capping buckets. But how do you bring them back? That is where your click to WhatsApp ads on your Facebook pages, on your Insta pages, any other social media, through email marketing, anywhere else, where you start sharing those links, those smart links to your customers, telling them you want to know more, click here. You want to purchase this, buy now. You want to, do you think you like this particular product? Click a thumbs up. So anything that actually brings your customer to make that first engagement with you, that is going to be very, very crucial. So the minute the user at the other end makes his first conversation with you, or he gives you that opt-in, what we call this, this entire process will be called as opt-in, where they actually come back to you and say, yes, we want to interact with you. That is going to be very crucial. So we've mentioned a few things that you can utilize here. You can have surveys, you can have quizzes, contents to actually encourage the interaction. Do you want to put a question there, or do you want to ask a question, say which is the thing that you think that you will be more suitable? What will Anything that actually encourages an active participation? That is what we're looking for here. It can be even feedbacks where do you think that this is apt, even though this has been done by other social medias, like if you have, you'll be looking on Insta or YouTube where people actually come back and share their thoughts. WhatsApp should also be somewhere where you will have to drive this conversation, the same kind of conversation, where you encourage the audience to share their thoughts, opinions, or suggestions. Now, you really don't have to have a paragraph, something put there, and you look back at that and go ahead and answer back. You can have simple buttons. That's why we have, even in the templates that we send across, we have simple buttons where you can actually press, which do you think is the most feasible, 1, 2, or 3? So the customer replies with the 1. So from there, what happens? Should I be triggering a chatbot flow there? Should I be just taking that feedback and then sending them a more personalized message later on? So what happens with that message? That will be very crucial here for frequency capping. And you can also utilize the WhatsApp API features, like, you have AI chatbots. That's where I'm saying chatbots. Chatbots are going to be very crucial because your answers coming back from the user. The minute you reply something back to from, as the user replies something back, and then there is no interaction, then the entire thing is lost. The person loses the interest. Okay, there's nothing happened to my conversation. I replied something back, there's no conversation back. So there is again where we'll have to leverage even chatbots to actually streamline that entire communication process. So
Right.
these
And
are four things we put. Yes, Bhakti.
yes, and adding to what Vidya is saying here is one of a very important thing which I want to bring to everyone's attention is the power of utilizing Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp together. Now, what is the hook or what is there for you as business owner in this particular feature? One A, if you integrate your all social media post or even your social media campaigns with WhatsApp, One, you are not charged double on bringing that customer to your WhatsApp funnel again. That is a one major thing. And the second major thing is, as everyone is well aware, that today, if I am going to send out one marketing message, my window is of 24 hours, right? But if you're going to bring the entire users or your customers through your Facebook ads and or Instagram advertisement, the conversation window is up to 72 hours. And there are no charges happening in this 72 hours. And you can send unlimited messages through various categories of template, be it marketing template, be it utility template, or even authentication template. So there will be no extra charges if you're going to integrate click to WhatsApp ads. That is one more another thing. And a lot of marketeers who are there with me here on the call today would agree to the fact of the remarketing, right? Retargeting over WhatsApp, sorry, over Facebook and Instagram. So how are we going to utilize this entire frequency capping to enhance the engagement is, we are whatever funnel of the WhatsApp phone numbers that we've built together, this all campaigns you can again remarket using the same database on Facebook to even decrease your marketing cost, so that the entire leads that are now coming after remarketing, they will again be not charged on WhatsApp again. Nonetheless, we in the coming slides, you will get a comprehensive idea about our plans as well, how we are going to help businesses to adapt to this. So before we move toward that part, Vidya will now take up the second strategy, second update of Meta, which is click-through read rates.
Right. So just to give you an that slide was just like an overview what Bhakti has actually said. This brings us to where template read rate is also important. So as I was giving you a highlight in that before scenario, beginning that April 1st. So as we speak, along with, before you had your customers, whenever a customer blocked you or report you, that particular template message used to be paused, or it used to be disabled for maybe a particular period of time. If there were more blocks, more reports, that complete template message would get disabled completely. From now onwards, read rates are also going to become a key factor in determining the quality of your marketing messages. So that means that immediately when your read rates are lower, so you've sent out 1,000 messages, maybe over a particular period of time, there has been hardly a 5%, 10%, 20% read rates. Again, what, how much quantity is not being currently mentioned in any of the meta sites. We are still to get more information on that. Again, this is going to be dynamic. So messages which are going to have low read rates will actually be paused for a while. Why is it getting paused? Is it will give that business a time to actually reiterate and edit the templates. Okay, can I do something different with this particular template to give it a better reach? So that it's going to be paused for say 3 hours, then the next pause may be for 6 hours. We've seen this in the past with whenever there is templates that are getting blocked or reported. But now the same thing is actually going to be seen for marketing templates which have lower read rates too. So you will be given that time or that pause or that breather space to actually look at your template, reiterate it, edit it, and then boost it to a larger volume. So read rates are going to be very, very important coming this month onwards. Moving over, how can we look at the read rates? Yes, you have various methods how you look at. You send it through CRMs, you have read rates. You send it through, you can look at it through FBM. And again, you can look at it through our ORAI platform also. ORAI platform now, as if you have been using it, most of the customers who are on call here, you can see it has a very, very clear picture as to how many messages are read, how many have been clicked on. All this is actually available now on our ORAI portal, so that this will give you a very clear view as to what is your read rate, what has been the read rate, what has been your click-to rates. Everything is available to you on your ORAI platform, which you can easily see. Apart from the other ways, you have your webhooks, you have your FBMs to actually go ahead and see the read rates as well. Moving over, how I'll just take you through now. This is again something that is very simple because we rolled this has been rolled out on April 1st. However, we put a little bit of thought into how can we improve these template read rates. Again, this is all being linked with your frequency capping itself. Looking at the audience. Are you targeting the right audience? Are you looking at the correct segment of people? Timing. The timing of the message is also very, very crucial. Now, for example, you have a particular message being sent during the weekends or during particular seasonal packs. So at that time, you will see a lot of messages, a lot of businesses trying to reach out the same segment of users. So the minute a lot of users are reaching the same, I mean, a lot of businesses are reaching the same users, there is a high chance that users don't read those messages. So are you competing for that same slot on your weekends or on your seasonal packs? That you will also have to rethink again. Is there a better time that I can send out my messages on? How frequently am I sending out the messages? I have a particular event that is happening, say on Saturday. Now, do I want to overload my user? Now, there are a lot of businesses that say that within your 24 hours, you send 2 marketing messages, you're still charged for only one. That is correct. Very well said, done. But the frequency of messages, the minute you start sending in the same 24 hours, you send out 3 messages. How many messages are actually read by the users? The minute the user sees the headline, they say, okay, fine, I know this is the same thing. I should not be reading this. I know what is happening. So that frequency of messages, that is also going to be relevant. A cool down period. Now you see that some customers are not engaging with you. They have stopped engaging with you on your templates. Give them a break. Have them off your marketing list for a while, or give them any other method, any other marketing strategy to get them to WhatsApp. So, do you want to try an email marketing for them? Do you want to try a WhatsApp click to add marketing to them? Do you want to connect through them to Facebook? So, try other methods before trying the marketing messages through WhatsApp templates again on these particular customers. Give them a cool down. Understand the relevance of the messages. Again, reiterating what I've been saying, that is this particular message relevant to that scenario, to that customer? Or if you see that this customer has not been interactive or there's negative messages, there are a lot of customers who actually reply back with negative comments and things like that. Do not push again further to that customer. So that way, then again, this is a very simple strategy that you can have, where you optimize the first 60 to 65 characters. So this is when you get that particular message on your screen, or on your phone, where you see that particular message has come in. So along with the company name, you have a few, maybe like a sentence that is also visible to you. Make that very catchy, so that it actually forces you to open that message and read, okay, what is there in that message? That preview of that WhatsApp message, make it more engaging, or convey that main point, hit the ball, right to the court in the beginning itself. So how should you actually target it, or how should you personalize that message to optimize those first 60 to 65 characters in a WhatsApp messages? So these are thumb thoughts that we have also put together, that how can we improve our template message read rates. Yes.
Thank you, Vidya, for the comprehensive briefing of the new updates. Moving on to team, for all the participants, how can we at ORAI help you, or how can we become a part of your this journey? We've structured and streamlined new services for all of our ORAI customers. Starting as you are all aware that WhatsApp template is going to be as per the usage, which is as INR 0.8316, which are the standard pricing across Meta. In that, you can send any kind of template, be it a media template, be it an interactive template, be it a video template, or even a catalog product or services. So any marketing template that you will be getting it approved, that will be at the cost of same marketing cost which we were paying earlier. Second is basically template approval configurations and testing. If any of you would like to opt for the newly launched Meta templates, which is like carousel templates, and then you have limited period templates, interactive. So all this will be for your business, your particular brand, a one-time cost of flat 1,000 rupees to configuring this into your own ORAI portal will be charged to you in case if you are interested. The third is basically campaign strategy and execution. So coming on to the campaign strategy, we at ORAI team would be like, as you have ventured with us for more than a years, and like, we will, based on it, we will completely execute, understand your database, and based on the strategies which we have mentioned, we'll be completely running campaign strategies for you. Yes, it is subjective to your business, launches, updates, tonality of the language, which we will collaboratively work with your marketing team to understand your overall objective. And these all the four are pick and choose whichever you want at any point of your period. Along with ORAI, you can always reach out to us, and then from there onwards we can start a journey. And the fourth is basically campaign execution. Starting April 2024, we have stopped the prices of per campaign, but in fact we are starting with a complete campaign, monthly charges for the whole campaign. There is no limitation of how many campaigns can you do. There is no limitation of number of contact or database which will be used. We at ORAI team would be taking 15,000 flat plus taxes, flat for executing and designing your WhatsApp campaigns as well, where we will be responsible to also give you the reports and give you the complete data set of the campaign performance. Again, subjective, this will be working along with your marketing team, because WhatsApp and Facebook has launched a lot of new marketing APIs, which you can directly integrate with your verified WhatsApp business API account to get your analytics, same as like you do for Google AdWords or website analytics. So now you can use WhatsApp APIs for even understanding the data for your business brand. Please feel free to reach out to your account manager or me. Everybody have my mail IDs. We'll also, after this session, we'll be sending out this entire recording and this presentation for you. Please feel free to reach out to us anytime. We'd be more than happy to tag along with you for your journey of completely changing the WhatsApp API marketing strategy. With thanking everyone for joining in today's session, we are opening the entire floor for the question and answers. If any one of you are okay, you can feel free to unmute yourself and ask the questions, or please drop your questions in the comment section. So me and Vidya will be able to take them up. So Vidya, we have a question. Yes.
Hi Bhakti, Anubhav this side from Cosmo First.
Yes. Hi, Anubhav.
So Bhakti, as you said that so Meta is deciding that whether the customer will receive the message or not. So let's say even if we choose to send the message and the message gets bounced. So would there be a cost implications for that?
Right. So thank you for your question here, Anmol. So as I was saying that there would not be any cost implication for that. The ones that have been failed, you are not charged on those messages. So only those messages which have actually been sent out through our WhatsApp API, only those get charged. Failed messages are not in your chargeable bucket.
All right. Thank you, Vidya. And also one more question. So let's say we are, let's say, not monitoring the replies, and
Okay.
we are just continuously sending message to a customer, and the customer is every time responding with some negative response. Okay, in that case, what happens?
Okay, so this is where you have a negative response, right? Like this customer, the minute that customers start actually responding to you, that your chance of actually reaching that customer is higher. So you will be seeing that at a certain point of stage, that customer is going to block you out. So that is going to be where that eventual it will lead to. But before that, you will see that all your marketing messages will actually reach those customers who are even responding to you negatively. So it can be a negative feedback, it can be a positive feedback. But the minute that conversation is open, you will see your marketing messages going through. So that is where we were saying that instead of having a particular message actually or a particular template getting blocked out due to different customers to actually responding to you negatively, monitor those conversations. Or you can have a simple way that where you have the opt out. If you don't want a customer to actually receive a message, you have a click to option where you have opt out. that, or reply a stop to receive any to not receive any more messages. You can use such kind of tools where you can have those customers and you can actually have them off your WhatsApp list or your broadcast list.
All right. So let's say if multiple customers are reporting my template, so is it going to,
Right.
affect me in future in some ways that let's say I might not be able to reach larger audience?
Right. So Meta, actually, this is already there. Meta has a way in which they show you the quality of messages also. So if you look on all your portals, whether it's on, look at your ORAI portal itself, or you look at your business provider portals, you will see the quality of your quality of your account. So the minute your quality of the account, if it's high, it's the best. The minute you see it at medium and low, that is when it actually curbs how many messages you can send out. So we have a progress of the first, as soon as a business starts off, you have 1,000 messages in 24 hours. The next level is the 10,000 messages in 24 hours. And after that, it is 1 lakh in 24 hours also. It even reaches an unlimited in 24 hours. The minute your quality of messages starts dropping, that message limit rate also drops. So you will see that it curbs the number of messages you can send out in 24 hours. So yes, it does. It
All
does
right.
affect.
Okay. Thank you, Vidya. Thank you, Bhakti.
Thank you, Anubhav. Vidya, we have a couple of questions which I'll facilitate for you. We have a question from Tanuj. The first question goes is, can we take out a list of users who have not engaged with us for any specific period of time?
So, Tanuj, on the portal itself, we have the list. Like if you look at our ORAI portal itself, you have the list of the customers where it has failed due to this particular message. It is very, the minute you actually download the reason of failure, you will see that this is the particular message. And there are two different types. You will see as message undeliverable is a different error message, and you will see this particular error message of 131026, that the receiver is not able to receive the message, is a different one. You see a particular list of customers who are falling frequently on that particular on that particular list of your frequently failed list. It is best said that you can actually have those removed from the further interactions or your further contact list that you actually build. So yes, it is right that you will have to actually remove those customers from the list when you actually are sending out the next campaign.
Thank you, Tanuj. Tanuj, also answering your next second question is, Facebook also allows us to make these form templates. Could you let us know when will be able to use this template? Answer is yes. These templates are now ready and available on ORAI portal. I will request Himani after this call. She'll set up a meeting discussion and understand your use case, that how you would want to implement this form, like WhatsApp forms into your WhatsApp as a channel. Once we understand that use case, we will prepare this first for you and train your team as well. And if you're good to go, you can start using it for other use cases as well. I hope this answers both of your questions. Thank you, Tanuj. Moving on to next, we have two questions from Ragini. So Ragini, your first question is, hi, what about app for same on phone? So yes, we can we are very happy to share, as on date we are live with ORAI app. Now every one of you can even download it from your app store. Just a caution, this is only available for Android users, and it will be only available once you make a request to your account manager, and then they will activate it for you. So ORAI app, yes, ORAI app is now available on phones as well. Moving on to your second question. So, Vidya, for you, if ORAI database, if in Exotic database, if a customer writes stop, I mean on the conversation, if a customer writes stop, he's automatically removed from the list. But if a
Right.
customer requests to be removed, how is it possible?
Okay, now a request in the sense if he actually writes a full sentence like, please remove me from your database, yes, it might be difficult because that is actually a conversation. So this is where I was actually pointing out that you can use the other tools that are available where you mention very clearly that if you either have a button for an opt-out saying that, the minute you press opt-out, then you will no more be receiving any more messages from this business, or else you have a clear statement in your footer where you have that footer section which says type STOP to remove from further receiving any messages. You will have to be a little more discreet rather than, yes, if a customer is just going to write a paragraph saying that please go ahead and remove me, it might be difficult unless you have a team that is actually monitoring your entire conversations that are coming back from the customers. That also is available now in the ORAI portal itself. Once you export your conversations, right, you go ahead and filter out the ones where there is replies. So now it might be that, out of 10,000, you might be having around, say around 4 or 5K responses. From there, you can definitely filter out if there is any kind of negative responses. But yes, if that is not being monitored, it is difficult.
Thank you, Vidya. We have a question from Mr. Deepak. Deepak, your question is, what are limitations of AI chatbot? So just to give you on a comprehensive level, AI chatbot is just the beginning of the era. I'll put it like this, because our entire tool, which in our coming up series of education series of ORAI, we'll be also giving you a comprehensive entire product demo of how we have implemented the OpenAI source into the ORAI platform. So the limitations to start off with, I would put it, we need to first train the AI to understand how it is going to help you with your business. Right now, if I'm going to entirely use the open source AI to integrate with any chatbot platforms, it can go haywire because it is an open source of all the information across the globe. So what we have to do is, for your specific business model, we'll have to give it prompts and queries and train it to first start giving the answers. So if I have to talk about the first limitation is, if we as a human, whatever information we will fill, AI chatbot will be able to only train on that. The second limitation is, if we are not going to train the AI for specific our business or our services, the AI chatbot can also give information about the other businesses as well inside your business. So I hope this answer, Mr. Deepak, sir. Moving on to Arpita, we have a question. Is it necessary for the customers to interact or revert back? What if they don't? Will that number be failed for the further broadcast?
Okay, so yes, this again, as I said, right, the first time you send a message, there is no response from the user. It is not 100% that this person is not going to receive a message again. There is just as much as there is a possibility that this person gets a message, there is also the possibility that the message is not delivered in the future. This actually depends on how many messages that user gets in a particular time frame. Now, this is actually curbing all those selling out of phone numbers and things like that, where if a particular phone number you find in all your broadcast lists, a person is constantly getting WhatsApp messages from every business. Yes, and you have that person on your list as well. There is a high possibility that this person, if not responding, will not receive your next message as well. Now, we've had various problems actually, where even managers have not received messages from their own business. The reason being, they have just checked the message. Okay, all good to go. The message looks good. Everything, wordings are right, spellings are right, and they have left the message. So even that kind of, where there is no response back from your own manager, you will find your own business failing to send the message across. So yes, there is a possibility that if there is no response, this person might not receive in the further.
Thank you, Vidya, for answering that question. So team, I think we are on time with the time that, and understanding that on a working day, everybody have made time to attend this session. Once again, thanking each and every one of you. Please support us. We as of now, every month we are planning to launch at least one sessions, where not only we'll be giving you a comprehensive view of Meta, but also we'll be telling you about the various use cases and about the platform and the new features about the platform that we are launching, so that not only we pass this information to you, but ensure that your customers are also adopting to WhatsApp infrastructure. Team, I think by next week starting, I will just write one email to every one of you for the follow-up. If you would like us to collaborate with you for enhancing the entire WhatsApp strategy. So once again, thanking all of you for joining today's session.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vidya and Bhakti. Thank you so much for the session.